Evening, folks. That time already. Hey, the Bream color bug. I almost said cricket bug. The cricket's 2 inches. The bug's 1.5 inches. Great color. The earth tone colors. I have Wow, which is a pumpkin seed, and I have Wipeout, which is a. I said Wow, didn't I? That's not. It's not over. I have Earth. Earth. Earth is which is a natural color, so I call it Earth. It's a natural brown. And then I have Wipeout, which is a pumpkin seed color in it. And I have quite a few colors in it. I got motor oil and other colors. Y'all can check it out on the site. I can't remember all the colors. But if you look for earth tone color, the motor oil color works great, guys. It works good, too. I just can't fish with everything. I just got to pick something and fish with it when I do the porta catches. All right? Haven't made the porta catch for next Sunday yet. Usually I try to make it this week, so we got to get there. They're calling for rain starting tonight, and it's supposed to thunderstorm off and on all the way through to next Saturday. So I'm going to have to work through these thunderstorms to come up with a video. So, got the house done. House I've been painting on. I finished the inside of it yesterday. Got a power washer. Yeah, I tried to do that there. My power washer quit. I got a John Deere power washer. So I took it by the John Deere place today and left it. They think it's here to pin, so they're going to fix it for me. And I'll be done with this house. Got two little porches where they enter the house. This is big enough to come up and go in. And a small front porch I got to stain. And I'll be done. So, wow. Bam. Getting somewhere. But we'll see what the weather goes. The way the weather looks, I looked a little bit ago, it won't be any deck staining for probably until August. That's right. They're calling for rain like the next 8 or 10 days every day. Chance of thunderstorms. Hard to work outside and paint and stain something when it's thunderstorming, right? It destroys your paint, guys. If it ain't good and dry all the way through, it will destroy it. All right, y'all want to roll a number? Hope y'all dealing with the heat. Heat index here today was 107. Yes. It was only like 95 degrees, but the index was 107. But it felt like 107 too. Wow. 238. It was very stuffy. So I worked outside for a while just trying to get my power washer going. I couldn't think what was wrong with it. It would run, but the pump would take off, you know? It wouldn't kick in. So finally I got mad at it and just loaded it up, took it back up and took it in there. And the guy said, yeah, I think they could share the pin. I said, of all things. But that thing it's probably 8 years old. And I wash about 12, 15 houses a year. Right now I got two or three more to wash yet. I wash a lot of driveways. I got a huge driveway doing a lake house that's really long driveway. It's probably 35, 40 yards. Yes, it makes S-turns as you go into it long. I got to wash it yet. So yes, think how much it runs doing something like that. It's got a lot of time. I've washed that driveway I think twice lately, the last couple of years. It's got a lot of running time on it, so it wouldn't surprise me if they don't call me back and tell me the pump's bad, I need a new pump. Alright. Yeah, stuff like that's going to wear out sooner or later, guys, isn't it? I don't see how they last as long as they do when you run them all the time. Think of how much y'all been around people power washing, you've been power washing. It runs the whole time, doesn't it? And the worst thing you do, the guy, the mechanic said, now, the worst thing you can do on a power washer is when you're not using it, you're not pulling the trigger on that one, is don't let it run. You run over and cut it off. I said, yes, sir, I do. I usually walk to the power washer. I got 100 and some feet of hose, so I can wash two sides of the house before I ever move it. And I walk back and I cut it on and let it spray. As I'm walking back to it, and I cut it off. And then I pull the hose, snap off the line from the wand, and I lay the hose down and let it run to cool it. He said, that's what you got to do. That's right. I said, that's what I do. I said, hey, buddy, I've been doing this professionally for years, so I know how to treat it. I said, this thing's 8 years old probably, and still going, so I'm doing something right. But if you don't have a power washer, or if you ever run one, guys, that's the trick. You got to keep the water moving through it. It'll burn it up if you don't. And mine's oil cooled. It's a commercial power washer. It's got an oil tank on the side of the pump that cools it. If you look at the cheaper ones, like the $350 ones, I know that sounds cheaper, but I'm looking. My power washer is $1,000 to $1,200. If you look at the cheaper ones, they don't have a tank. The pump is right on the back of the engine. You must start the water and let it run through them for about 15, 20 minutes before you ever start washing. And as soon as you let go of that wand, if you need to move it, You take the water off, let the water run. Don't cut the water off and when you get done washing the house, let the water run for about 5 minutes. It is water cooled. That's right. They are very touchy. I've went through a few of those before I finally bought a commercial one. All right, the number's 238. He's over. All right, 200. We'll start right there, Randy. I'm writing her down, guys. So what I'm doing, I'll stop a second. Somebody hit it right on the head last time, didn't we? Yeah, I done mailed out to him. I mailed it the next day. He had ordered from me. And I went online and looked, and I found it. Got knocked out, 215. There's Scott. Here we go. 302's over, way under. Way under. Way under. Look for the number. David didn't leave a number. 254 is over. The number's 238. Way under. We got 215. That's way under. Way over. 222. Okay, that knocks out 215. 222, and now it's carrying it, Clint. The number's 238. 10. They're over. Under. Over. 265 is way over. Those are under. This thing don't move as fast on battery. My computer's on battery now. They don't move as fast on battery, do they? This computer's really fast. 1, 2, 3, 243. It doesn't act like it on this battery, does it? Alright. Hope everybody's doing okay with the heat. You've got to watch it. I tell you, the morning I was outside this morning, I was outside at 11 o'clock. I worked on the power wash on the job. I tried some different things, and I finally realized, the pump wasn't kicking in. And I said, well, either the pump's bad or something. And during that time, by the time I got done, I was soaking wet. The heat will get you, and the humidity's terrible here. All right, guys. Like I said, I haven't made a video yet for next week. I hope I get to fish. Looking at the weather, getting time in to make a video this week is gonna be tough. If I pull it out, it's gonna be one morning. Probably Friday morning if I get out there. Appreciate y'all, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video today. The Virginia shad, LCC shad. That's just one of the colors, guys. It works. I don't care what body shape I put it in. It works. I have shot it in 4-inch swim baits, and I have sold some local for bass. Works great in that too. It just doesn't matter. That's a good color. Orders have steadily been coming in. It's been a good week. The last 2 weeks have been good orders. Appreciate it. And guys, I'm gonna mention this. The mail is very slow. Some of y'all get your stuff in 3 or 4 days. Sometimes it doesn't happen that fast. I've talked to my local mailman about it, post office master. He says sometimes the mail gets to some of these locations and it gets stuck and it sits there, and they have these big bins full of mail, and they go through the bins, and sometimes they don't get to the bottom of them at the end of the day. And then what happens sometimes is mail comes in that night and trucks unloaded, it gets dumped on top of it. That's how your packets get stuck places sometimes. They just don't get to it. Then finally they go, hey, we got stuff at the bottom, we got to get out, and they get to it. Plus people order more online, people order them from Amazon, they're dealing with all that. So sometimes some of these areas, some of these cities you're in, they're overwhelmed. I can tell you that. They got more than they can handle, and that's what a lot of it is. All right? But sooner or later it will get to you. But most of y'all are getting your stuff in 3 to 5 days. Some of you are not. I'm hearing back from some of you quite often. But usually it finally shows up. Some of you, one guy, I think a couple of y'all guys have been 3 to 4 weeks before it showed up. But you finally got it, didn't you? Depends on your area, guys. Hey, Dennis, Fish and Lake Country. See y'all later.